Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I got a fine message for you at this moment. I just walked upon it and caught me by surprise and felt so good. I'm convinced that I should share it with you. Here we go, coming to you live from station WEBM, that wonderful message of love and truth. And I hope that it will encompass you like the blood that flows through your veins. And you will be the better for it. And God will be blessed. Thank you. You know, I was thinking that it was so wonderful when I tell you that I want to serve you as the next United States Senator from the state of Minnesota, and to go on even a year from there to become the President of the United States of America. Not because I'm a little young, poor black boy from the state of Mississippi's cotton fields, but because I had a heart that was big enough to receive the Spirit of God and weak enough to let it flow from me to these lips and to the ways that I act so that you can be blessed. Can you dig it? Can you actually dig it? Here we are. And I'm saying to you that everything is from God to you. And from it, all of those things that are essential and not common amongst every last one of you, neither one of you would ever deny it to yourselves, so it can't be left for anything else because there is nothing else but you. And they would always be provided for. I speak specifically of three things. I speak of all of them, but I just want to mention these three. One is education. Now, we have not seen a system of education work anywhere in this country that yields the fruit that we say we desire. And yet, as I listen to the politicians seeking office today, the first thing they say is education for all. Look at me, ladies and gentlemen. You see the color of my hair? I've been hearing that since I was bald. I speak to you about health care. From the womb to the tomb. It's not an individual on the face of the earth, even those who are trying to spiritualize themselves, will ever turn their back on health care when needed. They might try to deny it when they don't need it, but when they need it, help, come here, please. That's their thought. So if they wouldn't turn and resist health care for themselves, then there is no one else. So how in the world does a lack of health care exist? And another that I speak of is a career of your own choosing. A career of your own choosing. Every last one of you got a desire to be somebody, to contribute, to be a part of life, and as it grows, you want to be there with your number stamped in. Now, there's not a single one of you that would want to jump off that boat, so there are none that's left. So why in the world is there so much unemployment? Now, this employment in these careers is the thing that is being used to create all of these goods and services that you, the people, have determined are essential for your peace, for your prosperity, and for your life. So why does it not exist? Tell me, it isn't here. So, what is this? Somebody asks the question, what is this? And I listened to all of these would-be politicians since my hair was bald, or head was bald, promising the presentation for you, all of these things that you have just identified through your own spirit, listening to the voice that's coming through this medium. And you ask yourself, why do we keep listening to the Republicans and Democrats? Why do we keep listening to men and women who are not able to follow through? Why don't we find something else? Maybe we don't know what it is. We've tried everything. The Republicans, the Democrats, we've tried black, we've tried white, we've even tried Trump. And nothing works. And yet, when I stand here before you, I talk about these things that are so pertinent and to you, and I sound just like every other politician that you've ever heard. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a politician. You see, I'm a man that have walked in the fire, and my eyes have been open and I can see the light. And I come back to tell you that you're walking down a dark path that takes you away from life. But if you let the spirit of the living life live in you, that would free you from trying to be like everybody else and just be yourself, the master has this in hand. And when you see yourself walking side by side with someone else, it's because you're walking on the right path. And that same path is not just restricted to you, but to everybody else. But they're listening to the Spirit, the maker of that path, and not someone else who can put their own prejudices in it. So what I'm basically speaking to you about is freedom. Freedom from the ways that other people have trained you to be. Freedom of the ways that allow you to be denied the blessings of life, and you sit back and say, one day when I die, it's going to be different. Wake up. Wake up. You're being led by madness. A madness that somebody got to come back and shake you up from. Because in life is life, and death is on the path of those running away from life. But even life has an answer to that. Because every door that closes is the opening of another. And all you got to do is be there, brother, be there, and you will be able to walk through. But will you walk through the narrow gate? Or will you walk through the wide? I tell you where life is. Life is in the narrow gate. Life comes from Almighty God, the giver and the finisher of everything that is. That junk that human beings are talking about, that finds you out there wondering, that finds you getting old and ugly, and seems like nothing out there for you, and others got their bonds running over, trying to not only occupy and control you, but do the same, not to just your nation, but to the whole globe. Where is our mind today? Well, I really got a different message that I want to bring to you, but for some strange reason, these kinds of things were on my mind, and I didn't want to forget them. I started to get a pen and write them down, but I write too slow. I speak a little bit faster. And so I find myself coming to you, ladies and gentlemen, and telling you this. You can believe me if you want to. These politicians out there mean well. And some of them will do as much good as they possibly can, but my message to you today is that good is not good enough. Good don't take you nowhere. It keeps you right on that boat going straight down the piss hole. So I'm not trying to say stop being good, but I'm saying being better. And being better will allow you to open and cleanse your heart so the pureness of the Almighty Spirit can come there. And you can see, you say, only the pure in heart shall see God. And when you're in that state, then you can stand up and look a monkey in the eye and tell a monkey that that monkey is a monkey. And if you can tell a monkey that he's a monkey, then you can tell a liar that he's a liar. But just speaking it is not enough. If the speaker is a liar, then why walk according to the dictates of the liar? You can only do that when someone has been fed to do the dictates of the speaker or the monkey. And by their commitment to that, you call that like state TV, state media, all that kind of stuff. And that's all you're being fed, then you start listening to it. It becomes normal, and the next thing you know, it's a way of life for all of you. And you're walking towards somebody else, what they're saying. You really don't like it, but you're going because now you're bound by a law that if you violate it, you're going to go to jail or you're going to go to prison. And the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, when you step beyond that goodness, when you start being better, still got a place for you. Unless the movement comes across the nation in such a magnitude that they can change things right away. Everybody that stands up for truth will be killed. I don't care if it's in America, in any of the 7 continents. Wherever you stand up and be bigger and better than good, when you become the bright light of God, they gonna kill you. They gonna kill you. I'm not lying to you. Why are they gonna kill you? They gonna kill you because like sin ain't got no business in heaven, heaven ain't got no business in hell. And if that's the only way you can get out because you can't change hell, then they got to kill you to get out. Then baby, you are glad. Your hands are saying hallelujah. Thank you, Father. Let that son of a gun kill me so I can get out of this hell. I'm telling you, it sounds strange to everybody that are not in that state of mind. But I'm not going to let that keep me from telling you. I know you might think I'm crazy for saying that, but you don't know, so that's why I got to say what I do know. It'll come to you one day. Now, I think I said enough for you today. You should have a belly full. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people, saying bye-bye.